Welcome back to the channel, Food Adventurers. If you're new here, we explore the most unique, daring, and sometimes downright bizarre foods from around the world. If you love diving into strange delicacies and global culinary traditions, you've come to the right place, so don't forget to hit that subscribe button and join our adventurous community. Today, we're tackling the top 3 weirdest international foods. These aren't your average snacks. You're going to want a strong stomach for this one. From maggot-infested cheese to a duck embryo still in the shell, let's dive into the strange, surprising, and culturally rich world of unusual eats. First on the list, cossu marzu from Sardinia, Italy. We start off with a real shocker. Cossu marzu, also known as maggot cheese, it's a Sardinian delicacy that involves live maggots infesting pecorino cheese. Yes, actual living maggots. These little larvae help break down the cheese, creating a soft, gooey texture and a strong, pungent flavor. It's sharp, creamy, and, well, it's wriggling. For Sardinians, this cheese is tied to tradition, often served at weddings or special occasions. They say it's a taste you won't forget. But for those who dare to try it, the real challenge is getting past the sight of those tiny maggots moving around. And here's a pro tip. The maggots can jump up to 15 centimeters, so be sure to keep your eyes closed if you're brave enough to dig in. Next, we have balut from the Philippines and Vietnam. Now let's head over to Southeast Asia, where we find balut, one of the most notorious street foods from the Philippines and Vietnam. Balut is a fertilized duck egg with a partially developed embryo inside, which is boiled and eaten whole. Depending on when it's harvested, the embryo could be anywhere from a tiny speck to a fully formed duckling, feathers, bones, and all. Locals enjoy balut as a savory snack, often with a pinch of salt or vinegar. You start by sipping the broth inside the shell, which is warm and comforting, almost like a soup. Then comes the yolk, which is rich and creamy, followed by the embryo itself. Some find the texture challenging, especially when there's a bit of crunch from tiny bones, but it's considered a high-protein treat and a social food to enjoy with friends. While the idea might be hard to stomach for outsiders, balut is deeply rooted in Southeast Asian culture and tradition. It's a dish many Filipinos grew up with, often shared during late-night feasts or as a dare between friends. Would you be able to handle it? Last but definitely not least, hakal from Iceland. Our final stop is the icy shores of Iceland, home to hakal, or fermented shark. This dish has a truly Viking history, and it's made from Greenland shark, which is toxic when fresh. To make it safe to eat, the meat is buried 4 weeks, allowing it to ferment, then hung to dry for several months. The end result? A food with a smell so strong it's been compared to ammonia or rotting fish. The flavor is, to put it mildly, an acquired taste. It's chewy, rubbery, and leaves behind a sharp, lingering aftertaste. Icelanders traditionally eat hakal during Árborðablot, a midwinter festival, where they celebrate their Viking heritage, and if the taste gets too intense, they chase it down with a shot of Brennivin, Iceland's signature schnapps. Hakal may be tough for outsiders to swallow, but for locals, it's a connection to their ancestors and a testament to surviving in a harsh environment. And there you have it, our top 3 weirdest international foods. From maggot-filled cheese to fermented shark, these dishes might seem extreme, but they each have a deep cultural significance and a unique story to tell. Would you try any of these wild foods, or is this a hard pass for you? Let us know in the comments. And if you love exploring the weird and wonderful world of food, make sure to like, subscribe, and join us on our next adventure. See you next time, foodies.